Philippians chapter 1, verses 21 to 23. For me to live is Christ, and to die is gain. If I am to live in the flesh, that means fruitful labor for me. Yet which I shall choose, I cannot tell. I am hard pressed between the two. My desire is to depart and to be with Christ, for that is far better. The Grant family of Mondador announces the passing of a beloved mother and grandmother, Mrs. Margarita Grant of Mondador Road, who passed away at her daughter's residence peacefully on Thursday, 14 November 2024 at 2:45 p.m., surrounded by her loved ones at the age of 88. She was predeceased by her husband, Thomas Julian Grant, and sister Rita Octave, left to mourn her only daughter, Seraphine Grant Enimel, retired police officer of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, her one and only cherished grandson, Marvin Lee Grant of Mondador, one sister, Theodosia Nestor in the UK, the Bissett family of Choiseul, Mondador and abroad, including Marianne Bissett, Clara, Francilia, all residing in the UK, little Keon and his mother Julia Bissett of Timon, the Thornhill family of Choiseul, Castries and abroad, the Cadet family, the Donai family, the Sidoni family, the St. Rose family, all in Choiseul, Castries and abroad, Curtis Hippolyte and family of Mondador Balata, the Melius family of Choiseul, Castries and abroad, cousins Teresa James and family of Mondador, Joseph James in Canada, Benjamin Ben, also known as Jonathan in the U.S., nieces and nephews, Sophia Peterson Clement of Mondador, including her godson Horace Edward of Babonneau, whom she raised, 5 grand-nephews and 7 grand-nieces, adopted granddaughter, Mrs. Eleanor Stevens, also known as Pinky, whom she called Twofoot, residing in Texas, her brother-in-law, Mr. Oliver Innocent of Antwerp, her sister-in-law, Miss Anita Illage of Arundel Hill, cousin-in-law, Mrs. Eleanor Collymore of Bocage, her goddaughter, Catherine Emmanuel in the U.S., the people whom she cherished, Honorable Richard Frederick, Mrs. Lydia Faisal, Mr. Richard Shockness and family in Bronx, New York, Mrs. Pamela Azavero Lobin of Brooklyn, Ms. Angel Brett of Kubarel, Cynthia Lubin of CDC Castries, Mr. Redmond, Macheka of Dearmont Vieux, her friends MP Daz of Lance Road, Miss Sandra from Vieux, Miss Ave Emmanuel of Corinth, Mr. Kenneth of Chase Gardens, Mr. Peter, bus driver on the Mondador route, Miss Charles of Bocage, Mrs. Norita Jamari Lowe and family of Richmond Dennery, Mrs. Damiana Alfred of Marcia, Miss Patricia Henry residing in St. Croix, her prayer group and all those who prayed with her and for her, Cynthia Volney of the U.S., Miss Sandra Thomas and family of Black Stars Mondador, Kevin Thomas, also known as Wada Moveta of Mondador, the Mondador bus drivers, many other relatives and friends, too numerous to mention. The going home celebration for the late Margarita Grant will take place on Friday, December 27, 2024 at 2 p.m. at the Wesleyan and Holiness Church, High Street, Castries, after which the body will be laid to rest in her tomb at Shock. The body now lies at Crick's Funeral Home Limited, Vidbotay, until we meet again, until the resurrection day.